Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how I raise my seedlings after I have deflasked them from the flask. So first of all, let me show you the flask that these orchids come in. This is one particular flask that I had deflasked it. I had taken it out. Here's another flask. Now these are all being deflasked. So I just want to show the different flasks that they come in. Here's another one that I have them growing in there. If you look at them closely, you'll see the little orchid seedlings. They're called protocones, I think, growing in the agar solution. It's sealed. The jars are sealed airtight. Here's another one. I'll move it up front so you can get a better picture. They're all tiny little seedlings right now. I keep them inside in a not too bright light, kind of in a indirect light. Right now I have them under grow lights. This is another flask. So from there, this is the next step. It'll get to this bigger seedlings. You can see it's a lot bigger than the ones in the flask that I showed you before. And also here's another flask just to get another idea. So the agar is a little mixed up when it got shipped, so I have to repot it pretty soon, maybe in a week or so. I also see some dead, not dead, I see little brown leaves in there, so this one is due to be repotted. So now once you take them out of the flask, then you have to put them like either in a community pot, it's called compost. And I had already showed you earlier how I deflask my orchids. So now this is the one I had deflasked last time, and let me show you how it's doing. It's doing really good. Let me move it closer. So I put some sphagnum moss on top so it will retain some moisture, and then I take any kind of like a plastic container or something like that just to retain its humidity in there. I just cover it up, and you can see it's still doing good. Now this is another way of growing. I take a little plastic drinking water bottle. I put like 3-4 little tiny plant orchids in there, orchid seedlings in there, and other one right here. This is a brassavola orchid seedling. You can see I have them in there, also doing really well. So just keep it covered so it retains its humidity in there. Here's another one. This is a Starbucks coffee cup that I cut. I just use it as a little humidifier, I guess, just to keep them like a little, not humidifier, I'm sorry, like a little thing to keep the moisture in the little greenhouse. So those are the little composts. I don't use like any standard pots. You can use some any particular kind. Now this is another compost that I have. It's growing in strawberry container that I got from the local grocery store. It's already got a lot of holes at the bottom, so all I have to do is put the media in, make sure the container is clean before you put anything in there. You don't want any contamination, anything to get any infection, or any disease or anything. You never know. But those fruits are edible, so I'm sure the containers are clean, so you don't have to go crazy cleaning it. Here's another one. It's also in a big strawberry container that I have it growing. So those are the different kinds of containers. You can see you don't have to use a standard pot as long as they have a lot of holes in the bottom, enough for drainage so the water don't accumulate. So then after that I just close the top off so it forms like a little greenhouse in there, and it retains the humidity in there, and it's all got a lot of holes in there, so I'm good. And here's another one like in a basket that's growing in a basket kind of pot. This is an angraecum, so it's doing good in there. Now this is all like miniature. I have a few 1 or 2 years before they get bigger. So let me move around to this side. Oh, here's another one that I put in another jar. I put a lot of peanuts at the bottom because it didn't have any holes. You can make holes, and I have them growing in there too. And once they get a little bigger, these are the bigger community pots. So I have to transplant them. I have to put them in. You see all the roots hanging out. They're growing really nice. So all community pots. Here's another one. also big. It's also gotten big, and it's time for me to transplant them and put them into little individual pots. So once they're in the individual pots, I can show you these. So they're like tiny. So I had deflasked them and transplanted into these pots like a month or so. So they're trying to put out new growth. Some are really small, but they're all doing good. And here's another one. I have a miniature compost in there. I just use some kind of a plastic container that I cut off the top and put it over the pot so that it forms like a little dome to keep the humidity in there. So let me show you some of the little pots. For example, this one, if you look in here, you see its growth. It's got its new growth coming right over here, and it's putting out new roots. So this is doing good. They're all putting out. This one's also putting out new roots, new growth. I don't know if you can see it. So this is the next step. You can see more of this new shoots coming out from here. Here's another one. I don't want to move the plant too much because they're new roots. When they're coming out, I don't want to break them because the orchid roots are very delicate. You don't want to break them because once you break them, they don't really grow, put out new growth for another year. So I just like to be careful so there is no breakage, no need to get upset if you don't break them. So that's that. Oh, by the way, I was moving my orchids, the big ones, outside because it's summer now, and I found this leaf laying around, and you know what? It was laying around. It was still fresh, so it was. Let me see what it is. Okay, still laying around. It didn't dry out anything. It was still slick. So I just stuck it in the ground, and look what I have: a little root forming. Focus over there. I'm sorry. It's a little root forming. So I must have had a nice active nubbin in there. So I didn't know it. I just stuck it because I saw it growing. So I'm gonna be very careful putting it back in there. It's not gonna grow big in this year or so. It's gonna struggle, but I got a little fun out of that, seeing it grow. So I'll keep it in there, keep it moist, make sure, and I don't keep moving it around. But once I saw the root, I'm like, oh, this thing does work. I'm happy, right? So those are all my little pots that I transplanted out of the community pots or out of the flask, and they're all doing really good. It's right now they are all indoors because right now outside is like today it's 100 degrees, and I don't want the seedlings outside because any heat, too much heat could burn their leaves. They do not like to be, they're very delicate at this stage, so I like to kind of keep them in a cooler area where it's not too hot, not too cold, not too close to the window where it's too hot. Right now these I have them under a grow light. Not that I need it for right now because it's summer. I could leave it outside if I wanted to, just that these are just out of the flask, and I didn't want to put them in direct heat outside. I could put them in a cool shaded area if I want to, but because the next few days you're going to have a heat wave of about 100 degrees, so I decided to bring them inside and put them under grow lights. I'll take them out once it gets a little cooler because I like to keep them outside, make them get used to the wind and a little bit of the breeze that blows outside, the natural light and the natural cool breeze that blows through, you know. So I just like to take them out, but not when it's so hot. I don't want my little seedlings to get burnt. Just want to protect them. So that's where it stays. And if you look at this compost, you'll see how big they are, how nice and healthy it is. I'd like to keep them in the compost as much as I can because they like to live together. It's nice to keep them together, and this one has got maybe a year. Maybe I'll keep them in there, but this one's definitely for sure. They're doing really good in here. If I show it to you, they're doing really good. I'm really happy. So just keep it closed. When every so often I feel this, I put some sphagnum moss on top just to keep the top layer a little moist. And once I touch it and I feel that it's a little too dry, I just take a little mister and just mist it so that there's not too much moisture. I don't want the sticks to just rot it in there. So that's it. Thank you for watching, and hope to see you soon. Bye.